By now, most countries have laws and regulations that ensure the designs of buildings and public spaces are inclusive. By that, we mean accessible to people who are blind, use a wheelchair, or experience other forms of functional variation. However, these regulations may or may not work the way they are intended to. So, how do we know if our cities are actually inclusive? How do we know if we are making urban planning decisions that take into account the needs of everyone? A group of researchers from Denmark, Ireland, Russia, and Sweden set out to answer these questions in a simple and easy way. We wanted to find a step-by-step process or a set of tools that any group of people in any city could replicate with minimal resources. We will now share this method with you. So, step 1, get pictures. Having visual samples of the city spaces is essential. How do the stairs look? What about the curbs, the roads, the signs? By gathering actual pictures, the team can have the basis for many discussions. Step 2, observe public spaces. Decide on a few key locations that are very important for the city. These may be traditional meeting places, like the historical city centre, and also new meeting places, like a popular commercial area. Once you've chosen the locations, you can send members of the team there to count how many people with a functional variation come to these places and see how they interact with the different design elements of the space. Step 3, walk with someone. By joining people with functional variation on their daily commutes, you can get a much better idea of the obstacles and difficulties they face. Often they avoid ramps or other design elements that were meant for them because of reasons we fail to take into account. Step 4, do focus groups. The best way to find out if our cities are accessible is to talk to people with functional variations. They will tell you. However, this conversation is far more useful when combined with the previous steps. For example, if you noticed before that a lot of people avoid a specific type of curb, now is the time to ask why. Without the previous steps, a focus group can fall flat and serve only to address the issues that first come to mind. Step 5, find activist groups. You can do this parallel to the other activities because it is a source of complementary information. In any case, there is a good chance your city already has a group of organized people who want to make the city more inclusive. Listen to them. They often spend more time and effort diagnosing problems and thinking about solutions than any of us. Their input is very valuable, though of course you should balance what they tell you against the other findings of your study. So that's it. By observation of city spaces and working directly with persons with functional variation, we can gain further insight into how inclusive our cities really are. It's not hard to do, and the results can often be surprising.